Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. I got a video today from Anthony Spade.
So I called the bank and canceled the check, and now your shit outside.
When other people are paying your bills, you kind of need to act right.
Man, you've already been evicted.
Why the landlord hit me up talking about we ain't pay rent?
Another day is another eviction.
Everybody
This is why when people say buying like houses and renting them out and stuff is like so profitable sometimes. Yeah, it can be, but it also can be a nightmare.
thinks missing one rent payment isn't a big deal until
That's why you don't do that shit in California, right? That's why I don't even have a house in California. I have businesses, but I don't even have a house.
the locks change and every
Just
excuse
renting.
suddenly disappears. Watch how each situation get worse than the last, because once the eviction notice shows up, there's usually no coming back.
What's up, man? What's going on? It says I was here 2 weeks ago and it hasn't gone down. What's the plan? You don't got the money? I mean, so there's two things you could do. One, we can take this to evictions, and then in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you know, constable will show.
See, even then, like, you have to take it to evictions, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So this man gets to live in here for like a whole extra month for free, and you can't even really do anything about it as the owner.
Up, you guys will probably lose it. Or you guys should just move out this weekend. And then that way you don't have an eviction on your record. And then, you know, we just chop it up, we leave the place in good condition, and then that way we won't come after you for any damages.
This is the conversation nobody wants to have, because by this point, there aren't really any good options left. The best outcome is just figuring out which mistakes hurts less. Just when you think maybe they'll work something out, reality shows up where...
I mean, there's a lot of landlords that are actually decent people. They'll try to work with you, but if you keep dodging them and not paying, what do you expect them to do?
A badge.
No,
Sports Center Central. Man, you've already been evicted.
I'm not evicted. I need to get access back.
They're not giving you access back. To let you know,
I need to get access.
I just want to let you know right now. At this point, it doesn't seem like we're kind of getting anywhere, and I really don't want to escalate to the next level. You've been properly evicted.
Listen,
May I speak, please?
I've been getting
May I speak, please?
one around for like almost 8
Okay.
years now. It's 8 weeks.
Okay, I'm gonna explain to you as simple as I can. They've evicted.
You know, the whole like, oh, I've been such a good tenant for 8 years. Yeah, I've also been a good landlord for 8 years. That's why you stayed, right? So, like people feel so entitled because you bought with them, or, you know, you patroned them for a long time. It's like, yeah, but they also provided you service and goods that whole time also. It's like a give and take. You know that, right?
Evicted you. Okay, you went to the court. Your actions, which means you've been properly evicted, which means you no longer have any tenant rights to this place. If you would like to grab your stuff, you can call them at a later date and arrange. But as of right now, you've been legally evicted, and they do not want you on the property. So I have to ask you to leave the property. If you refuse to leave the property, you're under arrest. Okay.
At this point, the argument isn't even with the apartment anymore. It's with the law, and arguing with reality has a pretty terrible winning percentage.
You know, we've been dating for a little
True.
minute, and then you invited me to the crib because you said you wanted to cook dinner. Bet, so I pulled up, and that's romantic, that's nice. And when you went to the bathroom, my people had mad mail on your table and shit. And you know, I was being nosy, and I saw an eviction letter. Word. So I went down to the management office and paid your rent off. Feel me, for next month.
You did what? You did what? You just happened to see the eviction notice on her counter, and then you went to go pay it? Please tell me this brother didn't just do that. What?
And then you was like, oh, I appreciate it. At first, you ain't know who did it. I told them to let you know, like, it was me, right? That was on Monday, and I ain't hear from you all the way until Friday. What's going on here? You hit me like, oh, I was stressed. You know, I ain't hit you. My bad. I was busy all week. Stressed about what? Your rent is paid. Your rent is paid. So I called the bank and canceled the check. And now your shit outside. Stop.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if the brother made the right move. I'm gonna assume no, because him trying to pay for our fucking rent off a chick that he barely knows. That's obviously a red flag right there. But the man canceled the check because she ghosted him. I mean, to each their own.
Now, that's the plot twist no one expected. The rescue mission turned into a cancellation notice faster than the free trial subscription.
You don't make no money.
You sitting up here acting
job.
I don't make enough money. I don't make a wow.
You barely make any money. I'm pushing us through.
The truth comes out. Wow.
I'm pushing us through. You ain't making nothing.
The truth comes out, don't it? Look at that. Get out my face. I told you that. Get out my
Well, why are you even with him then?
face.
I'm not the one to play.
I told you, get out my face.
I'm not the one to play with.
Women just love to just get out my face. And what does she do? Literally get into his face.
Told you to get out my face.
Boy, I'm not the one to with.
I told you to get out my face. And then if
I fight niggas.
Then if I do something.
I fight niggas.
Then if I do something.
You think I'm scared of you?
And then if I do something.
Do you think I'm scared of you, nigga? I will you up.
Oh, wow. If I feel like I have to do all of that to somebody, I don't want to be with them. That's some shit. It's not even worth it.
She's like threatening him. And it's like, why do you want to be with this guy? You don't even like him, it seems like. But you like him.
It's going to be a problem.
I will you up in here.
Yeah, right.
You ain't finna put me out on the street.
Yes, we go.
You sitting on nonchalant. Do you know what homeless is?
But it's gonna be.
Do you know what it means to be homeless on the street?
It's gonna be all right. We're gonna make
How?
it. We're gonna
Where's
make
the
it.
money gonna come
And
from? I asked you.
I don't make
Let's
enough
wait
money.
till next month.
But you
to
sit
get
up.
the PlayStation 5.
You think you cause you do what your you.
I understand Christmas, but let's wait.
You think cause you do your.
I hope that was for a kid and not for him. Cause baby, if you can't pay the rent, why the hell is you buying a PlayStation 5?
If your emergency budget somehow includes a brand new gambling console, the next conversation isn't going to end peacefully. If you think this is the worst financial decision in today's video, don't go anywhere. The next few clips somehow raise the stakes.
You know, I've had dumb friends that literally, when we were younger, like 18, 20-ish, like would go splurge on their credit card or debit card. And then the next day call in like fraud and get all their money back for rent. Shit like that. Ridiculous.
Even higher. And even one of them may be the most unbelievable excuse yet.
Why the landlord hit me up talking about we ain't pay rent? We about to get evicted.
First of all, we have 30 days, okay? It hasn't even been 30 days, it's been 27.
But I gave you the money to take care of everything. What's up?
Okay, we have a grace period, and my brother was about to get locked up. What you want me to do?
Not pay for...
Hey, y'all got something to drug in?
Notice how the conversation changes from the rent is paid to here is why it isn't. The deadline doesn't move because the explanation gets longer.
Yeah, obviously this is a skit, but this actually probably happens very, very often.
Water. See, this is what I'm talking about. He's coming in, drinking all our waters. I'm paying for everything. Like he's eating everything.
It's just a water, babe. Relax. I'm not doing this.
You know what? We probably could work something out. We good. I'm gonna just get on the game with him, all right? See, this is what I'm talking about. He been on the game.
Come on, bruh. Cheeks aren't worth all this. Stop simping over cheeks.
What? 48 hours? I gotta pay the bills. Electric bills going up. I can't pay. He don't got a job. Nothing.
Wow, 48 hours. Woo, it's not that serious.
He gotta get a job or something.
First of all, I'm a convict. I can't get a job. And second of all, can you move? I'm playing the game.
Listen, I can't deal with this right now. I'm gonna go. I don't. It's not my problem.
No. We don't talk about. You know, we can talk about this later. Yeah.
Nah, this is just not how it happens, man. Fuck this.
Okay, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. He doesn't even wash his dishes.
At some point, it stops sounding like a relationship and starts sounding like somebody's reading complaints to apartment management, and somehow we're still not done.
I'm basically just saying, like, just start helping me with the bills for like the next 2 months until I get back on my feet.
What do I look like?
To me, what you look like?
I look like I pay bills.
I mean, you look like you're my girl, right? You love me.
I'm not your girl. I'm your baby mother.
We go to sleep every night. I pay. I live here. You live here. I pay the bills here. I've been paying the bills since we moved here.
Okay,
and I've been holding you down.
Damn, imagine thinking you're together and she refers to herself as just the baby mother. Holy cow. Women are so cooked. Oh, jeez.
Why not though? I don't
You
invest.
promised me a bag next week though, so what we doing about that since your money low all of a sudden?
I mean, right now I'm not in a position to spend $10,000 on no Chanel bag. We got $10,000.
Well, you better get in a position. You better get in the position before somebody takes your position.
I mean, well.
Now the conversation jumps from struggling with bills.
Women really think they can replace a man that can just buy a $10,000 Chanel bag. Shut the fuck up.
Straight to luxury handbags. That's one of those turns you couldn't predict even if you tried.
What you mean somebody gonna take my position?
I'm not about to. I don't want nobody broke. I'm not going 50-50 on nothing.
I'm just saying, I'm invested.
I'm just saying.
I don't invested tens of thousands of dollars, if not.
But this is also your fault, brother. You chose this. You picked this, and then you shoved it in and blasted right into this. There was a lot of processes to get to this point.
Hundreds of thousands into your salon. Everything been going good. You getting money. I ain't never asked you for a dime. All I'm asking you for right now, hear me out before you talk. I just told you I'm going.
Why even explaining? She already told you, bro. She told you. She's a gold digger. You're broke. She gonna leave you.
Going through some shit right now. Times is hard, you know. What my business? Let me talk. Let me talk.
Sometimes the hardest part isn't asking for help, it's finding out whether the support only goes in one direction.
So a young man said that his baby mama contacted him and told him that she needed him to help her with her rent for a few months because she lost her job. And he said, "Don't you have a man?"
Yeah.
And she said, "Yeah, I have a man, but I also have your daughter. So I need to know if you can help me for a few months." He said,
just using their kids as fucking pawns.
No. And she said, "Well, that's, I have your daughter here. I need you to help me keep a roof over her head." And he said, "Well, I can do better than that." He said, "She can come stay with me for a few months until you get on your feet." She said, "Why would I do that? Why would I let her come stay with you when I'm going through something and all you have to do is help me and pay my rent?" He said, "Don't you have a man?" She called him all type of broke.
Yep.
Everything she could think of, she called him. He sat there patiently, and he listened to it. And then when she got done all that fussing and cussing and bashing him and all that, he said, "But you calling me for help." He said, "So again, I can offer you this solution. I will come get my daughter and I will keep her safe until you get on your feet. That's what I can do for you." He said, "That's all I can do for you." He said, "But I'm not giving you money to put in a household."
That's a completely different solution.
Hey, shout outs to the brother. Held his ground, as it should be. It sucks. It sucks because it feels like you're punishing your daughter doing that also. But there's kind of no other way.
And then the one she wanted. Whether you agree or not, you already know the internet had plenty to say about it.
Hey, babe, can we talk?
What's up?
I don't have my half of the rent this month.
For real?
Yeah.
So what we gonna do?
I was seeing if you could do something about it.
I can't do nothing. I only got enough money for my half. You really ain't got yours?
Well, I don't know what to do. I couldn't make my half of the rent.
God damn, we about to be homeless. We ain't got enough money for the rent. They gonna kick us out. I can't have an eviction on my credit.
Okay, you're doing too much. It was a joke. It was a TikTok trend.
A TikTok trend?
I mean, I thought...
This is a skit of the trend, making fun of the trend, but this skit is fucking solid.
You would be able to show me, you would cover my half, all the other sweet...
It's just if you were struggling to cover your half and you couldn't do it, you just think the other person is just balling out of control? Why do you think this?
Sweet guys on TikTok.
Well, baby, this ain't TikTok, and I'm not those type of man. I work at Target. I don't have enough money to pay the full rent. This is California.
Okay.
Wrong topic, wrong time,
Exactly.
Wrong audience. Rent is one of those things you probably want to verify before turning into content.
A lot of people's rent is at least $2,000 plus. Most people only make $3,000, $4,000 a month. Rent is most of their paycheck.
My bad.
And then splitting bills, yeah, kind of necessary.
I just My man might come through for me.
So do you got it for real?
Yes, Cornell. I have my half.
You sure?
Yeah, we good.
Cause I was about to say, I ain't trying to be homeless and end up on Skid Row. You feel me?
Yeah, me neither.
Matter of fact, send it to me today, just to be sure.
Okay.
Damn near had a heart attack.
After that little experiment, trust levels dropped to 0. And speaking of staying longer than expected, the next guest completely forgets what temporary means.
But you told me that I could come here and get on my...
For 2 months as a friend. Now you're overstaying your welcome and you using me.
Louis Vuitton and red bottoms and Louis luggage,
Like,
baby.
why are you trying to clock what I'm getting? Like I just said, my man just bought this.
Man,
You've been letting me stay here.
Your man just bought you that, but he couldn't just pay rent for you or get you an apartment because that luggage, if it's real, holy cow, it's just like $5,000, $10,000.
Free, like what is the problem?
I think.
That's the problem. Do you hear what you're saying? But you told me that I could come here and get on my... For 2 months as a friend. Now you're overstaying your welcome and you using me. I'm not using you. You are using me. You have not asked me of anything. If you would have asked him something, maybe I could have asked him. Okay, I'm asking you for something right now. To take your A and them bags and get right back out that door and call him and tell him to pick you right back up. So wherever you just left from, you can go back and you can stay there. I can mail you your stuff wherever you go. I literally have nowhere else to go. You know I don't. What? Okay, I'm confused how you ain't got nowhere to go and your man can afford that.
I also agree with that. Hey, the person that owned the house is reasonable. This is actually very logical and reasonable. Wait, your man was able to buy you like $20,000 worth of shit right there almost. I don't know, maybe like Louis Vuitton bag. You said red bottoms and the luggage. Just like he couldn't just pay $5,000 of rent, $4,000 of rent for an apartment real quick or what?
Every story so far has been somebody trying to avoid reality. In the next section, reality catches up once from shelters to DoorDash to people realizing the...
But you know what? Also, you realize, look at that broke, dusty, musty, crusty, still able to get men to buy her shit. Like, doesn't even have a house to stay in. She's staying with a friend. Still able to work men. This is how simpy men are. We're just such simps. We don't care if they make money. We don't care if they're bums. We should at least care if they're bums. Come on now.
Work nonstop isn't enough.
For the people who don't know that are new here, I am homeless. Just a little update because I haven't done one of these videos in a long time. I was in the shelter this morning. I basically got kicked out of the shelter. They told me that I make too much money to stay here. I've been working for 2 weeks and my check was only $500. I don't understand how the government act like they want to help people, but they really don't. So I asked how long I had to leave. Said today, you got to get out. They told me this as soon as I woke up. They didn't give me no type of warning, no nothing. Just get out. I can't even touch none of the money because I just opened my account and they had my check on hold for a week. On top of that, now I'm back sleeping outside. You feel me? Like,
this one sucks. It sucks. This brother he's trying to do his thing. The system doesn't really help men out. It's more set up for women to get out of the poverty and everything. For men, it's just kind of fakely there. It's like a facade.
I don't...
That's the part no one expected. Finally getting a paycheck doesn't always mean you're finally catching a break.
Made 10 DoorDashes in the last 2 hours. And guess how much I made? Guess.
10?
After gas, I made a whopping $24.76.
That's pretty good. Like, why is she like making this face? Because if you calculate that, that's $24.76 an hour, minus the gas also already. So you're still making pretty good money in a sense. Yes, you had to drive a little bit more. You had to do 10 DoorDashes, but you still averaged out to be $24 an hour.
Not even a full $25. Like, I can't even get my own food DoorDashed for $25.
Yeah, because you're stupid. Like, This is the problem of convenience. People think that convenience should be for everyone. No, convenience is made for rich people. Rich people spend their money on convenience to make their lives easier or to do whatever the fuck they want. Poor people, we just gotta put in a lot more work and less convenience in life because we can't usually afford the convenience. Like shredded cheese, we can just buy the cheese and just shred it ourselves and save a lot of money. That's convenience, right? That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. When I moved to Cali from Texas last year, I really thought that I was going to be living my California dream. I got my full-time job. I got health insurance, benefits, all of that stuff, all of the things that I thought that I needed to live a comfortable life. And it just feels like I can never make ends meet. Like I'm literally clocking into my 5 to 9 after my 9 to 5. Hold on, girl. I got to order. And I'm just so frustrated because I feel like I've done everything right. Like I went to school, I got my degree, I got a job, but like with rent and bills and student.
See, people just thought that they're just supposed to just get a degree and get a job. No, you're supposed to plan out other things. You're supposed to plan out a career, something that you want to do and work towards that career and then get good at that career and then excel in the career and then make good money in the career. That's the plan. Not just, let me just go to college and then I should just be okay. Let me just find a job after college and I should just be okay. That doesn't work that way.
Loans and groceries and gas, like it just feels like I just cannot get ahead.
When you're working 2 jobs and the math still doesn't work, that's where frustration starts sounding less like complaining and more like exhaustion.
And it's like these billionaires who have never had to lug 5 Big Mac meals with drinks.
You do realize a lot of these billionaires were broke, dusty, musty crusties themselves when they started, right? A lot of them. Maybe not a lot of them, but a good chunk of them, maybe. Right? Like, maybe not so much like, Elon Musk, but Jeff Bezos was a brokey. There's a lot of brokies that became billionaires because they worked hard.
Up 3 flights of stairs, it feels like they are making money hand over fist. Something has got to give, and I feel like it needs to be them because I am tired. All right, the billionaires need to start opening their pocketbooks because I can't afford to keep on opening mine.
Again, just because they make a lot of money, they should just hand their money over to people. I don't agree with that because just because I make good money, I pay taxes already. Now I should hand more money to people because they're doing worse than me. But I worked hard and to get to where I am. Like, again, like people advocate for communism and socialism so much. It's just, what incentive is for that man to ever, or that person to ever want to be a millionaire, billionaire, if you guys just want all of his wealth?
Meanwhile, somebody else is about to discover that the biggest financial problem isn't income, it's the people living in your house.
So am I the wrong one now that my daughter has graduated and she's 18? I told her that she has to start paying rent. She has to pay for all her own activities, her gas, her food. I told her that I will do a...
See, this right here sucks because this makes women harden, right? The mother is not able to soften the daughter's life by keeping the daughter fed and protected and, clothed and everything during this time before she could find a man or find, her footing. So women are just going to get thrown out there and not have that support that they used to have. Remember back in the day, women didn't get thrown out in the woods, right? They stayed with their parents until they got married. So they were well taken care of, unlike nowadays where 18-year-old daughter, you better be paying rent. You better be doing all these things. These women don't get to live that comfortable life like they used to. So now they're hardened women.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner thing, but anything in between or other than that, she needs to decide or contribute to the food herself. Any and everything else is now her responsibility. Her insurance, this, so that she is required to now get a job and go to school. I told her that.
See, again, being a parent, you want to give your kids the best chance possible. This usually isn't it, right? Like, I get you're gonna be, you have to, take care of yourself now, but to throw them out in the woods like this at 18 without any preparation that you train them or anything, what are they supposed to do? How are they supposed to be able to do this?
With her classes, she needs to be at least working 30 hours a week plus going to school full time so that she could try to make ends meet, because now that she's 18, it's not free. When she hadn't graduated yet, it was still time, I was still helping.
See, it feels like these parents are only doing that because they were legally obligated to do it. They don't love their children or want the best for their children or try to give them and I'm not saying like, oh, I understand if they're struggling too. I understand that, but they're already taking care of this person. Yes, they can have her help and do all these things, but the harshness of how she's like, yeah, no, you got to work 30 hours plus, you got to do all these, you got to go to school, you got to do this. It might not be easy for these people to be able to do this. If she was doing this anyways, why would she just live under your house? Right? You're forcing her to be a full-grown adult, paying rent and all these things. She can just go live on her own with her friends and do God knows what. See, that's where I'm talking about. Like, why would they stay here with you, being controlled by you, and they can go to the streets with their friends and stuff and be in the streets? And what do you think they're going to choose most of the time? The streets.
But now that she's graduated and done, free ride is over.
This is one of the biggest topics where everybody suddenly becomes a financial expert, and the next opinion couldn't be more different.
It's a lot of y'all in these comments saying you wouldn't charge your children rent. It's a lot of y'all tagging them. I'm not even upset with you, but guess what? I'm charging. I need my money. I need my $500. Guess what? These kids will go out here and spend $500 on Gucci shoes, $300 on.
If that's your kids, that's you and your problem, because you taught these kids that they should just go out and buy $500 Gucci shoes.
Jordans, $200 on jeans, sometimes $300, $100 on t-shirts. Sometimes t-shirts we talking about $200 on t-shirts.
Growing up, you know what t-shirts I had? 5 for $10. Just pure white t-shirts, 5 for $10. You know how many of them I had? 25 of them. 25 white t-shirts from the 5 for $10 t-shirt store. That's what I was rocking when I was growing up. But then that was kind of the look back in those days, like a white t-shirt and some shorts kind of thing. I don't know.
Friend is a store owner. He owns a clothing store. You know what he told me the other day? These kids will come in here and spend their last dollar on these clothes. They don't care how much the clothes cost. Guess what? I need my money first before you go and spend it all on something else.
One parent says it's called responsibility. Another says it's completely wrong. You could probably guess where the next clip lands.
This may be controversial. So if you one of them weird parents, right, who charges their kids rent, right? And not like the rent where like, yo, I'm gonna charge you this, give me this every month, and then when you move out, I'm gonna give it all to you. No, I mean like asking them to pay rent because they're working and you need financial help. All right, boom. If you one of those parents, yo, you're no longer their parent. You are now their landlord. So honestly, in my opinion, you can't tell them.
I can actually somewhat agree with what she just said right there. True.
What time to go to bed, what time to come in, none of that. It's clipped for that. Because what, like that's your tenant, bro.
True.
You train your kid like a whole tenant. True. You don't get the right to be a landlord and a parent at the same time. Like, no, sorry. Like,
oh, damn. I actually can agree with this. I actually agree with her. That's how I view it, and like my family views it. My family's never charged me a rent when I lived with my parents. You know, like doesn't even make sense. Why would my parents want the best for me? And my parents do. I get my parents aren't struggling, but they aren't wealthy either. But like me living with them doesn't cost them that much more, other than maybe food.
Now Shorty is a young adult now because of you. So they got financial responsibilities. Yeah. And now don't claim them on your taxes no more. No, none of that. Yeah, no. This is my personal opinion. If you charging your kid rent, you failed as a parent, bro. Why is your 16-year-old, 17-year-old like being asked to pay rent? Like you failed. Just like that.
I can almost agree with what she says too. Yeah, I think you would have failed as a parent if you're asking like 16, 17-year-olds for rent. Yeah.
Care about like your circumstances and stuff like that. You failed. I'm sorry.
We've gone from eviction to roommates to parents becoming landlords, but the last section somehow gets even more chaotic, including a 35-year-old complaining about paying rent at home, another trashed apartment, and one final argument that ends the whole story perfectly.
My parents are the biggest piece of craps I've ever met in my entire life. You cannot make this up, okay? They're making me pay rent. Literally making me pay rent. And I'm only 35. They told me I could live with them until whenever, get my money right, and all of a sudden...
Did she just say only 35? Girl, you're midlife already.
And now they want me to pay rent, and it's...
This is actually reasonable. Bitch, you've been staying with us for what, 15 years already? Like 18, 17 years now? You better be paying something, do something, support something. Like the 18-year-old just starting life, I understand. 35 years old? Bitch, get a job.
I'm trying to be as polite as I could possibly be because they're still my parents, but it's like, come on. They know, like, because I have a job and because I enjoy my life, because I live at home, they think I just all of a sudden need to pay rent now and that I just can't be mooching off of them.
So she just, okay, this is straight up mooching, yeah. It's just mooching off your parents. Like, if I was staying with my parents for that long, rent-free, yeah, I would give them something, support them, like pay groceries or pay insurance, buy them stuff all the time, like, what the actual fuck?
They pay for the groceries and things like that, but they found out that I was selling my food stamp card and basically was like, okay, well, if you can sell your food stamp card, you can put food in the house. So now I have to put food in the house. They're trying to make me pay for my car and just a bunch of stupid stuff because they found out that I work at the nightclub and I was making plenty of money. So now they think I just have to pay all this money and it's honestly ridiculous.
So you worked for the streets and they found out. Yeah. You deserve to get kicked out.
I don't understand. What's the point of telling me I can live at home if you're going to charge me rent? I'll just go live somewhere else.
35 years.
That's the whole point of them charging you rent, hoping you'll leave.
It's old and somehow the conversation still sounds like somebody got grounded. If moving out is the better option, that probably answers the question already.
Another day is another eviction. This person lived here for 3 months, paid 1 month's worth of rent, and acted so surprised when the sheriff showed up to kick them out. This apartment rents for $1,000.
Again, this is why, you know, like being a landlord and, you know, thinking it's easy money coming in and out. Is it really? Is it?
$360.
If you find good tenants, sure, but it's hard to get good tenants sometimes.
It's super cute. It has been renovated and destroyed by...
It looked nice. Now it not so much.
By the tenant. Their dog chewed up the carpet in the bedroom. There is dog hair everywhere, and it smells absolutely horrible in here. Of course, they left the bed frame, punched holes all in the wall, destroyed the laundry room. It just goes to show you that some people really do not deserve housing. That is urine from the dog. Guys, if you move into a nice apartment, please pay your rent and try not to trash it when you move out. This really breaks my heart.
Well, I mean, it breaks your wallet too. Now you gotta fix all this shit.
First you lose the apartment, then somebody else has to spend weeks fixing it. What you left behind, that's the part no one ever posts on social media.
Because enough is enough. We gotta come to some type of understanding, or you gotta go, bro. Because for some reason, I think you using my child.
I never had to use your child for anything, sir.
Dude, you are a cook at Burger King.
I am a chef at Burger King.
You drop fries,
sir.
You get the burger patties, hamburger, lettuce, bun. That's what you do all day. There's no thought process. They already designed the process. You're not a chef. You don't create ideas. You make the ideas that somebody has already created.
And somehow
that's most people's jobs, you jackass.
In the video arguing over job titles instead of the actual problem. That's usually a sign the original argument has completely gone off the rail. Every clip today had one thing in common. People thought they had more time than what they did. Rent doesn't wait. Eviction notices don't negotiate, and excuses never seem to pay the balance.
Life's tough. Rent is probably one of the biggest issues that everybody has in life right now. Rent and probably cars, like insurance. Because insurance nowadays is fucking crazy. Like, god damn, guys. Like, living in California, like, I chose to live here. I'm not gonna complain too much about it, but damn, insurance is crazy. Insurance is crazy. But just rent everywhere. People are struggling, right? And it sucks that most people that are struggling are young people, because it's hard to make enough money to actually live on your own nowadays. Unlike when I was growing up, I was able to live with a roommate pretty easily growing up. Nowadays, I think it's a lot tougher. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate it, and catch you guys next time. Ciao.